The quiz funnel is one of the most successful lead gen strategies in the book. Now, I'm sure you've been sucked into a BuzzFeed quiz titled something like, "Which Hogwarts house do you belong in?" I know I have. And I'm Gryffindor, by the way. But the same quiz funnels are just as powerful for generating leads for your business. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use AI to generate a magnetic quiz funnel in less than 10 minutes. Now, it all starts in ChatGPT, and if you haven't used their new model, it is absolutely incredible. So first, you want to figure out a quiz title that's going to lure in your target audience, and that's really going to be for you to decide. I don't know your audience, I don't know what your offer is. But for me, I teach marketing. So for my quiz, I'm going to title it Finding the Best Advertising Strategy for Your Company. And I asked ChatGPT to design a quiz with 10 questions with a scoring system that's going to take them down a journey to score them and then finally give them an end result to tell them which marketing strategy that they should be using and a little bit more information about that strategy. Now, when people see this as a front-end offer, and this is where I really want you to think about using this, in your paid advertising and in your cold email marketing. A lot of people are going to be enticed by knowing the answer. As humans, for some reason, we can't help but figure out which one we are. Just like the BuzzFeed quizzes, it is really tempting to just go through the 2-minute quiz, answer a couple questions, and then get information about yourself. So we're going to hack into your brain and design a quiz that does that. So ChatGPT spit out the quiz and spit out all of the questions and the answers to those questions that I will be asking. And it came up with 10 really good questions right off the bat. Those questions are: what type of products or service does your company offer? How would you categorize your business industry? What is the primary goal of your advertising efforts? Who is your primary target audience? Which age group does your audience primarily fall into? And more really great questions that are going to help me answer that question of which marketing strategy should you be using. So once it has the questions, now it's time to create a scoring system. So this is where most softwares fall short. They don't allow you to create a survey or a form that actually attributes different scores to each answer. So I'm going to be showing you a tool that I'm using to design this quiz that makes it super easy to create that scoring system and actually generate the lead from this quiz. So the tough part about the scoring system is I wanted the scoring system to be in point ranges. So if you're within 10 to 20 points, you're this. If you're within 20 to 30 points, you're that. So I actually asked ChatGPT to change the scoring system so that the different score ranges correlate to different answers. And it did exactly that. Now it attributed points to each answer. And finally, at the end, it gives us the ranges and whatever answer correlates with that range. So now that I have my quiz, ChatGPT did the heavy lifting of generating that for me. Let's then take these answers and actually turn it into a funnel. Now to do that, I'm going to be using a tool called Frontlead. Now Frontlead is the sponsor of this video. Now Frontlead makes it unbelievably easy to create quizzes and survey funnels without any of the clutter of a massive tool like Go High Level. It's just very straightforward, designed for generating leads through quiz funnels. So if you want to create a survey funnel or a quiz funnel that actually scores your lead and delivers valuable information to them along the way, that's exactly what this tool is designed for. It's super affordable, and you can start testing this for $0 upfront. All right, so let's actually go in and design this funnel. Now, I actually did kind of the heavy lifting here, so you don't have to watch me design everything, but let me walk you through it. So the first thing I recommend you do is come into Frontlead and choose the structure that most applies to you. Now, to see kind of how this works or get ideas, you can go through some of these initial examples if you don't know what kind of quiz funnel to create or what to ask in that quiz funnel. So there's a lot of different examples for different industries so that you can actually just use these examples as your front-end funnel. But what I did is I came down here. I wanted a score function test with an overall result. That overall result being which marketing strategy they should use. So that's the one that I chose. And then I came into projects, and let's go through and create this project. So project name, finding the best advertising strategy. That's the title of this quiz. That's the most important thing here. Now you can do a welcome page. Now what I recommend is if you're not going to embed this anywhere, because you can take this and put it on a website, put it on a landing page. If you're going to do that, you don't need the start page. If you are going to embed it, I would say no to the start page. And just for context, the start page is going to be like the first page of your landing page of your funnel. After that, it will go into the quiz. So I'm going to leave that out because I plan on embedding this form. As you're editing this entire time, you can track your progress down here below, which is the preview version of this. All right, so after the start page, let's go to questions. This is probably where you're going to be spending the most time. This is where you're actually designing your quiz, designing your survey. So each page should correspond with a different question. Now you could put tons of questions all on one page, but you want to take them through page to page, only focusing on one question at a time. That is the highest converting structure. So that is what we did here. So page one, you can title each one, but you don't need to because the quiz question is basically the title. And as you're looking in that preview down below, you can see what that's going to look like. So the quiz question does essentially serve as a title. Now I'm not going to go through each page, but I do want to point out a couple really important features. The first is you can add images and videos to each page if you do want to ask questions or give them information or context with each question. You can change the choice style. I use radio buttons. I also use checkbox in many of them, but there's a lot of different stuff that you can ask for, especially if you want to collect different pieces of information from your leads, such as you want them to upload something. You can collect a file upload and things like that. Now down here in the answers, this is the magic. This is what makes FrontLead and other quiz and survey tools different than like a Google Forms or like a Go High Level Forms. See, with each answer, you can attribute points. So I usually keep it simple. A, B, C, D, E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then based on the end result, I will score them and give them a result. So A, they get 1 point. Now what's really cool about this software specifically, you can create a reply to the participant about that specific answer. So if they chose physical products, I can then give them information about physical products. And that gives me an extra opportunity to add value to that lead. Remember, they don't know much about you yet. This is your opportunity to show them that you know what you're talking about, that you can provide value, because this is likely going to be free. And if you provide value in this free offer, then the next thing that you ask them to pay for, the better this is, the better they're going to assume the paid offer is. So you can actually give them specific information about each of their answers as they answer them. That's a very cool feature. So you're going to come in, insert all of your answers with their corresponding point systems. And I'm not going to go through each one, but I do have 10 pages of questions. I have 10 questions, each of them asking the question with the required answers and the point structure. Now down here is going to be the score function. This is where you actually score them and give them their end result. So if they score between 10 and 20, because there's 10 questions, 1 point each minimum, it starts at 10. They're going to get social media advertising as their answer. And you want to score this answer for their email or thank you page? Yes. All of these, yes. So here I'm asking ChatGPT to give me more information about each answer, because I don't want to just say social media advertising. Instead, I want to actually tell them what to do if it is social media advertising. So here's what it gave me. ChatGPT is just awesome. So for social media advertising, I'm going to copy what it said. And now instead of just saying, here's your answer, it's here's your answer, here's why you got your answer, and here are the next steps that you need to take in order to implement your answer, which was the best fit for you. Now, I will say, even though this saves automatically as you go, always save your work as you're going through this. I did mess this up once and had to go back and redo my score ranges. I'm also going to change it from result to your marketing strategy. Just make it a little bit more personalized. Another really cool thing about FrontLead is if you wanted to score them on different categories in the same quiz, say you want to do a personality test. Personalities are multifaceted. You could score them on compassion, you can score somebody on fun. There's a lot of different elements to personality. So for that, you can add different score categories. For this example, I'm not going to. Now, the next thing I want to edit is going to be contact page. So once they're done with their questions, now it's time to actually get their contact information, which is the best time to do it. You don't want to do it at the front end. If you ask them for it after the survey, they've already taken the time to answer all the questions and they want to know their answer. So at this point, they're going to be much more likely to give you their name, email, phone number. So on this contact page, you can change the header, subtitle to whatever you want, include an image or a video, and then it's time to decide what information you actually want to collect. I typically only ever collect name, last name, email, and phone. Now, some other good pieces of information you might want to ask them for are website, job title, social media profile. All of those things can be used to close the deal with that person. You can also include several agreements. So if you want to send them a contract or some simple terms of service, you can do up to 3 with each quiz funnel. And I think that's pretty cool because after they take the time to answer all of the survey questions, there's going to be really no friction after that. They need the answer so bad, they're happy to agree to your terms of service or your contract. And by the way, guys, make sure, I'm going to go ahead and refresh this preview, that you're using this preview page as you're going from step to step, just to make sure that you didn't miss anything and make sure everything looks okay. So the quiz looks good, the contact page, that's what this looks like now. So let's go to the thank you page. So once they submit their information, they'll be taken to this thank you page where they actually give them the score and tell them their result. You could actually decide not to display their result or their answer on the thank you page. In fact, I'm not going to display the result, just the answer. You can also give them a call to action. So if you want them to book a call after this to figure out how to implement the best marketing strategy, you could say book a call right here and include your Calendly link. Obviously, you can customize the design here. Now the email. So this is the email that they're going to get once they submit that quiz. You want to give them the answers by email and then actually get them into your email list, which I will show you how to do. So if you want a new notification when somebody completes this quiz, that's what this is. I'm using the Front Lead mail server. It delivers really well. I'm going to send it as lead gen J, and that email is going to say your marketing strategy. And of course, you can customize the information here, when they receive the email, how they're referred to in the email. Now it's automatically going to put hello name, and I just left most of this as the default since it's already configured properly for you, especially if you're using the templates. All right, so now your quiz is essentially done. That's way easier, way faster than using some of the complicated tools that have all of these different options and bells and whistles that you don't really need to launch a quiz funnel. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I love Frontlead. They just make it easy and they just focus on quiz funnels and generating leads for quiz funnels. So now you can connect to Zapier if you want to hook that lead into your main CRM, just new contact made in Frontlead. You put in your API key and then connect it to your CRM. They also have direct integrations to several CRMs if you are using ActiveCampaign like we are as well. You can just do that here. Lastly, if you do want to try and charge for a quiz funnel, which you can, if it's an awesome quiz funnel, I'm not saying don't do it. I am just saying it does work really well as a front-end free lead magnet. But if you do have a paid quiz funnel, I'd love to know about it. Drop it down in the comments and tell me what your quiz funnel is about and if you're able to successfully get people to pay you money for their quiz answer. All right, so now that your project is done, let me show you different ways to deploy it. So under integration, you've got copy project link. I'm going to go ahead and paste that link here so you can see what the form actually looks like. This is my survey. So I can actually go through and take it right now. I'm answering the questions. It's applying scores to me as I go. Here's that contact page, or I can enter some information about myself and the thank you page. And here is my answer right here. Now this still has some work to do. I would get rid of this image. I would insert a video of myself and I would explain a lot more about email marketing and tell them what to do here. I'm also going to receive an email in 1 minute giving me that survey answer, and the Zapier automation likely just caught that new contact coming in. There it is. So I can do whatever I want with that new data, including put it into my CRM. And that is how you launch a quiz funnel in under 10 minutes. Now guys, Frontlead does have a special offer for my YouTube subscribers. So if you want access to that special offer, head to the link down below. Frontlead is an awesome sponsor of this video. So please go down, check out that special offer. And if you want to launch a quiz funnel, consider doing it with Frontlead. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video and let me know if you launch a quiz funnel down in the comments. I will see you soon.